Hello, everyone, and welcome to a home stream. I'm joined by Steve Sinclair. My name is Rebecca Ford. I am coming at you live from the Grey Gardens here. And hi, Steve.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. We're going to take the next
How's
30.
your quarantine?
Fine. How's yours?
Good.
We're going to take the next
Thought
30
we'd
seconds.
cheer everyone up at home.
Oh, God, don't you dare. I, I told you not to do this.
Won't that help if we sing Imagine by John Lennon?
Imagine there's no Scarlet Spear bugs. It's easy if you
Yes,
try.
yes,
All
yes.
right. We're gonna just make sure
Very good.
our audio level is okay. So maybe you could just I'll talk for 10 seconds, then you talk and just
Okay.
make sure everyone can hear us.
All right. Hello, I've got my little knot collection back there and some jars that I keep evil spirits in. Three evil spirits.
Very good.
I've got my old Yamaha acoustic here.
All
I got
right.
all my bar chords and stuff.
All right. All right. All
I
right.
got my little what is this? Got my little Samson mic here.
All right. Dean is bracing for a copyright strike for that, but I'm sure we'll be fine.
Oh, really?
Okay. All right. So, welcome to our first at home. First of how many? We don't know. This is our first at home informal home dev stream. I can hear myself through your speakers, I think. It's echoing when I talk, Steve.
Yeah. Well, what do you want from me? This is Discord.
Okay.
I'll turn you down a little bit here, and we'll see if that helps.
Okay.
There you go. You're half now.
Okay. Well, I'm getting Amber alerts as we speak, so that's exciting. My phone is literally buzzing nonstop, so that's exciting. But well, that's the sign of the times. We are going to, of course, be spending the next hour doing a from home dev stream. I'm actually just going to mute you. There we go. Now I can hear myself think. All right, so we are going to spend the next hour doing a from home dev stream. This is not a normal style dev stream. Steve's watching us on his phone.
Like I'm trying to keep chat at the same time. So there you go.
Red text is currently live on PC, so red text is there. We are hotfixing on PC, but let's talk about prizes, the drop, and sort of the housekeeping of this 1 hour stream. First up, we're going to do three prizes of 1,000 platinum, two Ivar Prime Access prizes because we missed one yesterday with our home time, and those will probably be the last Ivar Prime Access on a stream depending on what happens Monday. But because Titania Prime releases next week, so this will be the last Ivar Prime round. And then, of course, if you are watching, there will be a drop for 30 minutes of watching an Orkin Catalyst blueprint. You can take a look at making sure your Mixer reward or Twitch account are linked for that, just so you can grab that. But for watching 30 minutes of this, whatever this turns out to be, Steve is drinking his coffee. And then we do have the reason it's an Orkin Catalyst blueprint is because we could not set up and test Gift of the Lotus alerts at present time. So we just made it a drop. We have 7-year anniversary alerts on all platforms going live. This is the last weekend of those. Get them while they're hot. But we also have, here we go, multimedia. 2 times affinity all weekend long, all platforms. So if you've missed those, it's back again. Get your double affinity. It's on all weekend, all platforms. And
I'm watching us at the same time because I wanted to read chat, and I'm watching myself touch my face because of the lag, and so I get to see my own bad behavior
uh-oh.
echoed
Uh-oh.
back. Yeah.
And then last but not least, we do have the Take Two Captura contest on. If you see that sweet little Batman and Robin look inspired by Tenno, you can get out there and do a very cool duo of your things and stuff for the Take Two. It's only on till next week, so get going. All right, Steve. 2 weeks ago today, the world was very different. We were sitting on the Devstream couch. We canceled the physical TennoCon, and now 2 weeks later, we've been home for 2 weeks.
Canceled the office. Yeah.
Canceled the office.
Yeah.
So how's that going?
It's different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm not going crazy yet.
Mm.
This is kind of my almost like my preferred like mode of operation, I think. So yeah, but everyone is taking it differently, and there's a lot of people that might be going crazy or figuring out how to cope with it, and yeah, and just people bringing their machines home and getting IT going crazy, get the VPN working so that we can all kind of get back to work in this kind of new, strange situation that we're in.
Yeah, I feel that. I think the strangeness cannot be um, downplayed. It's definitely, we've been doing this. Like I said, we have our 7-year anniversary alerts. The last of them are going up this weekend. Like we've been doing this for 7 years. The biggest disruption we've ever had in the history of the company maybe
Yeah.
lasted a day. I can't even think of what it was. I can't even I can't even recall a moment where we've had to change the literal operation capacity of our team for something.
No, I think we've had. Remember, we had a flood in the server room the one time, which really kind of confused me because we were well above the water table, but it was water from the floor above us or something.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that was sort of disruptive.
That was very disruptive.
Yeah.
There was the time there was a fire alarm during a dev stream. That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we used to have the ambulances going by a lot.
We used to have those, and like, there's
Yeah.
been global tragedies that have happened and things that have happened. But this is, I think every single person in the Warframe community I've talked to has been impacted by this some way. Our game is like stay home. Of course, that's the follow the rules of your laws and administration. Stay home. We're using our emergency broadcast system to text the entire country in both French and English to kind of go through what the law is now.
Yeah.
And stay home if you've traveled. Stay home. But it's kind of crazy. But nonetheless, that has not stopped us from not only releasing a PC update on Tuesday, but also doing 5 hot fixes at the time of speaking, I think.
Yep.
So, let me just make sure everything's good. So far, I'm not getting any level complaints from the live streams chat at work. But Steve, do you want the honors of doing our first prize from our work from home dev stream?
Oh, what do I do? Do I kind
Actually,
of
you
like
can't
wave
do
my
anything.
hands?
You can't
Yeah,
do
you've
anything.
got the buttons, don't you?
Sorry. Yeah, it's me, not you. All right, we're going to try our first prize. 1,000 Platinum is going live. 1,000 Platinum to someone, one lucky viewer on Twitch. And if you're on Mixer, just link your account and you'll get the Catalyst Blueprint for watching 30 minutes. All right, all right, all right. The winner is, you can't see, Steve. You'll never know. You're missing all these great names.
No, well, I have it. I have it on my phone here in
Oh.
front of me so that I can talk to people in chat.
Morgan Hubby is the winner of the first platinum prize from our home dev stream. Congrats, you got to message our channel. Morgan Hubby, we gotta get your info so that Bear can give it to you. So yeah, there you go. Back to
I
Facecam.
see some questions in chat about the event and stuff,
Let's
but
get let's go.
we don't have to answer those right now. I'm just making notes so that I can kind of address some of those questions.
Well, we can right now. I got nothing else planned. This is this is the
When's our hotfix going out? Is it right
it
now?
is live.
Is
Let me
live?
let me
Okay.
just check our bots.
I had to disconnect to do this.
Let's see. 2:04 p.m. it went live. So hotfix 27.3.5 is live as of 4 minutes ago on PC. Players may
Hmm.
be the observant players may be noticing we're hotfixing cyclically when the Murex are down, so that we don't kick you out, so you lose your progress. So
Hmm.
if you're wondering if there is a pattern, the answer is yes, there is.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. The obvious things on the negative side, I think
Mhm.
the amount of bugs and the scoring problems that we had, and of course we tried to do our best in DE fashion to say, well, we're going to double your score because of those problems. A lot of that has to do with some of the network complexity of Squad Link. Some of it has to do with sending all of your employees home and having them connect to work and figure out new ways of collaborating to ship updates. And then the other big component is the scaling of it,
Mhm.
which is we because we don't have enough people yet on the test cluster, we can't test things like having full relays and what happens when you have tons and tons of instances and now you're driving to the wrong one. So I'm not making excuses, but those are the reasons. So that is why we're trying to expand the test cluster and make that more having ways of scaling it up and down. So we hope that that will help that situation. Um,
Right.
Hiring more people or testing it for longer, those are definitely things that we would like to do as well. But primarily, we can't test at the scale we need to currently. and that's a big part of how we hope to kind of improve that situation.
Yeah, I think
So
like for I'm gonna actually when I talk, I hear myself, so don't mind me. When we go through a situation, why do I hear myself still? Am I watching? I'm not watching the stream. Oh shoot. Hmm. Okay.
I have you. If I mute you, does it? Are you fine?
Yeah, now I'm fine. Okay, yeah, now I'm fine. Thank you. So the no, yeah, I'm still not fine. Okay, so either way, don't look at my wallpaper. Why is it coming through twice? The I think the issue is you have the bugs that come through, and then you have the scoring imbalances, and you have the everyone starts as zero first reaction and the scoring kind of misinformation at the beginning. So the grind perception, the grind reality, the functionality issues all stack on top of each other, and people we can't balance the grind without the functioning content. So I think a lot of the question on a lot of people's minds is what point will we be reviewing the actual rate of receiving the Scarlet credits because of the arcane scenario? Because basically what happened was we made Arcane's rank 5. We went on stream and kind of explained it and said, don't worry, they're going to be in the event, so you can get the ones you want. But then we said, okay, only the rare, only the uncommons and commons are going to be there because we need to balance and do scoring. So as it's time of speaking, the legendaries and rares are not in the store. So the question is going to be, will there be a change in the pricing of those or the rate of receiving Scarlet credits so people can kind of get through their collections that they now may need at a rate different from what's currently there?
Yeah. So when are we going to look at that? By the way, I did check my Discord settings, and the sensitivity is correct. It's only showing green when I'm talking and not when Rebecca is. But I'm reading chat, looking for technical advice.
Oh,
When are we going to adjust the scoring? And of course, the answer is when the scoring actually works properly, which we believe it does now. And we did send out that inbox compensation for those that suffered through those problems. Yeah, we'll take a look at that next week, um, and kind of go from there. That is one of the problems of having an event that you might want to run a little, and token system to show how the rewards work. You can do napkin math and kind of decide how much you have to play and how impatient you are to get it. But absolutely, we focused primarily on the bugs, and we can look at the tuning next week.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll write it down on my to-do list.
Yep, absolutely. And the other question I saw in chat was, why did Squad Link change so much?
Mm,
And I talked about this a little bit in the past dev stream. We did change it from being one-to-one to many, and we wanted to get as many people creating connections between as many people as possible. The one problem we suffered early on is when you create a paired connection between, say, Rebecca team and or fish team and space team. If there is a one-to-one dependency between those two teams, and one team decides that they want to go to the store instead and drops off, then we now have to punt you back into the matchmaking pool and look for other people that are in similar states. And that is complicated. And so we chose not to do that. So
yes.
we treat the game a little bit. This particular event is a little bit like Overcooked, where you have people cooking and then people serving. So it changed because the sensitivity to a squad staying one-to-one for the entire duration was giving us a bit of fragility and giving me a bit of nerves about it. We might go back there. Certainly, the infrastructure is there to do that. Uh, Regrets, I have a few, but that is why it is the way it is.
Yeah, I think with the uplink, it went from 0 to 100. It's like, yeah, okay, like you'll see first it's called something different. It's called uplink because it's for the operation. And then
Yeah.
it went from like, hey, we'll do a thing for one squad to another. And now it's like you have a full flotilla effort to achieve the 100 of 100 Murex goal. Everyone's connected. And yeah, it's kind of this like this double-edged sword, I think, of you either have a like a fully functioning flotilla. Like I've been in 3 cases since release basically. The first was like, okay, it's like the bugged case was my first one. And then last night after prime time, because we played on prime time, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I have some points. I'm just going to see this through. And our whole flotilla just rallied together. And again, I'm not trying to, I am not trying to say there are no bugs and that's not a serious issue. I'm saying when it works and when people i- are understanding the unified goal and working on it. It was like we were hitting out Murexes. People were like ratio splitting perfectly from ground to space. We had like them coming in on the perfect instances, and then bam, we drove 100 of 100 away, and we were all just like, "Yay, we did it!" And then it worked, and I was like, "Okay, what didn't work?" Which were like a few cosmetic things, but ultimately, when it works, it felt like a 50-person effort to achieve a bigger goal and get some rewards on the side. So it's just getting to that point for a lot of people has taken a couple days, and maybe in those first couple of days they were like, "You know what? I'm coming back weeks from now because I lose an hour of my time or something," which is just not good, which is what you just said.
Mm,
But I'm just talking about what I experienced now,
mhm.
because all sides of
Yeah.
the coin.
Yeah, I am having trouble reading chat at the speed that it's going. Um,
People
the
said,
one thing that we just fixed just 20 minutes ago was also causing frustration is clicking on one of the flotillas, the relays, and going to one that maybe is finished. And so we have that situation is should be remedied with this hotfix. And yeah, I think that's that. I think, I can see a lot of people. There's a fair amount of criticism in chat, and that's not lost on us. And
mhm,
we obviously are tracking completion stats, and we're looking at the asymmetry in here. It is an event that seems simple on paper and got really complicated because of the interdependency, because we have asymmetry in the play. You have a ground mission which has a certain play rate. You have the space mission which also has kind of these larger ships. So the scoring is kind of interesting because the Chondrix get more difficult every 3 kill codes, but the Murexes get difficult every 9. So yeah,
mhm.
it was we shipped it. We think that this build today is a good version of it.
Gooder.
And we're kind of going to clean this up. We'll balance the reward structures. We'll add more arcanes once we think the scoring is in a good spot. And then onto the Deadlock protocol.
Yes, which I think. Do you have the chat open? Do you have the volume open on your phone?
No.
Oh, yeah, I think for like the Deadlock protocol, because when we first showed the image with 2 updates, Scarlet Spear and Deadlock, we've kind of said what Deadlock is and what it's going to come. It's going to be a way more traditional style update.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the question on a lot of players' minds is just like the meta commentary of releasing things because I still can't believe this. At the beginning of this month, we released Warframe revised, and now at the end of the month, the world has basically flipped on its head. So,
Mm-hmm.
so we released the sort of revision update, and then we have the new content update, and then we're going to be fixing this for a while, and then we're going to do Deadlock Protocol. But what is our approach to that going to be in terms of maybe anything we've learned from releasing the new content this time around in terms of actual, I don't want to say ambition, but I want to say um, approach.
Yeah, and I'm just still sort of seeing if I can improve my push to talk situation here.
Fan with me.
What is our approach? Well, the next update is Corpus and the Corpus Remaster,
Mhm.
and it is much more traditional. It's a tile set that's been redone with gameplay wrinkles, with a refresh on the enemies, with a new Warframe, uh, quest, and a new villain. It is quite traditional
All right.
and very interesting. I don't want to downplay how interesting it is, um, but it is not
Actually,
Scarlet Spear, that's for sure.
I should ask as well. In the case of Scarlet Spear, um, it's an event. It's 4 weeks. Because in the past a little while, events have kind of stayed around as systems. Like you have the ghoul invasions that come, you have the thermia fractures.
Mhm.
a lot of work went into this. I watched it happen. I watched the depth of the work go into it. The event's going to end. Um, what happens to everything that the event brought? Like, are we going to bring it as recurring? Are we going to try and what's the plan?
Yeah, there are smaller scale squad link stuff that is like that 1-to-1 or 2 to
Hmm.
1 or 3 to 1 uh, mission connections. There was a prototype for like a connected survival mission, which I think is interesting. So clearly, this becomes part of the toolkit
Hmm.
for it. Uh, I don't think, um, yeah. My hope is the next time we run this, we've got a vastly larger amount of people deployed in the test cluster,
Okay.
so that we can have a much more stable launch, and that we haven't just sent the entire company home all working through VPNs at the same time.
It's very exciting.
So again, it sounds like an excuse. It's not, but it is part of the complexity there.
Quit your damn excuses, son.
Yep,
Get your game working. What the
full of
hell?
them.
I feel you. I know I will. I'll do it. I just saw someone say, "Give me prize." Okay, we'll do another prize. Here we go. Twitch picker.
I'm
Someone's
gonna
gonna.
look for a headset in my cupboard right now.
All right, be
If you
quiet.
see any scotch in there, that's not mine. I'm just holding it for a friend.
Mm? All right, the winner is. The winner is. All right, we lost him. The winner is Berta SCZ. Berta's CZ, maybe you're from the Czech Republic. Berta CZ, congrats to you on winning your 1,000 platinum. We'll hook you up after the show or during the show, whenever you mention Berta CZ. Congrats to you. Now we're back. Hello. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take some questions from chat. So when Steve's back, we can ask them to him. Ask him to them questions. So I'm looking. Do we have to make comments for a chance of winning the prize? That is not true. You just have to be here logged in. Then we have to talk about where did Steve go? He's looking for headphones. PS4 is not working. Don't know what that means, but maybe chat, maybe something. Hopefully someone is on it on the team. We're going to see if. Oh, Beats by Dre is joining us. Hello. I'm watching on both. I don't know what that means. What about command and tricks? Okay, so command would be a good question. Will there ever be a 2 times credit weekend? Why not? Are you enjoying the beefs in Ontario? That is a reference. Hi, did you plug your headphones in?
I did.
And I think everything's solved.
All right.
Great. While you were gone, I took the opportunity to take some questions from chat, but now they're coming in far too quickly. But oh man, hold on. Here we go. Will we be able to get matchmaking for the space missions? It is hooked up as of the Thursday or Wednesday hotfix.
Mm-hmm.
Another question: why doesn't Little Duck have her own arcanes for the event? They are. That's a good question, but they are in her Fortuna spot. Slow down, people. Rebecca is worried. I'm not worried. I'm just trying. Hey, Stephen Reb. Any time to get older 10 Gen added on the Switch? We will hopefully keep that going for you. Audio problems. Now we have a visual problem. Are there visual issues?
Looks good to me.
Okay. Okay. Command intrinsic. That was one of the questions that came in on chat.
Yes, it's being worked on.
Okay.
I don't want to overhype it because we got a lot of stuff that's in the works. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good MO now is let's only talk about what we've already talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Although we have talked about that, so that's self-defeating. But you know what I mean.
Yep.
Nearer things versus bigger things. People want to know if hotfix patch notes equals error 302. Maybe our forums are getting smashed right now.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Lore-wise, why does Little Duck have a buzz lock? There you go. It's her favorite weapon. What can we say?
Mm-hmm.
2020 quote, Rebecca. I'm not worried. I'm trying. That is my year in a nutshell.
Yeah, Nightwave and Deadlock Glassmaker. Those are the things on the immediate horizon.
All right, very cool. Yeah, I mean, this is just like we're just chatting. This is just a chat stream, really, more than anything. But I think
Yep.
one of the questions I have about as a Warframe player, I'd like to ask about Nightwave and just in terms of I know what
Where the
our
hell is it? Yeah.
where well no, but yes, but yeah, yeah. So the first one launched February of last year. It was our alerts overhaul. We were going with,
Mhm.
systemic do at your own pace things, which I think has all worked out. But what do you think this year we will do to approach the continuation of it from a unique point of view versus checklist point of view? Now that we've had a year basically with it, what are your thoughts? Just chat. This is a podcast, chat podcast.
What are my thoughts? Uh, the Glassmaker, which is the next one, has a bit more of a small interactive component to
Hmm.
it, which is something I wanted to do. I think the team is extremely internally divided, whether or not that is or was a good idea.
Right.
And we'll have to kind of see what the Tenno think after it comes out. And yeah, so we've had some feature creep and scope problems there. And yeah,
All right.
I just want to get it done. I'm working on it as well.
All right.
And I just want to get it out there and shipped and see how people like it.
Can you
My hope is that that comes out very soon.
Can you
Yeah,
confirm or deny if Glassmaker has anything to do with Gara, the glass frame? There's a lot of speculation.
I I don't think that's barking up the right tree.
Okay, thank you. I just
And
saw someone in chat say, "What? It's based on Gara?" No,
yeah,
it's not.
it's it's not.
It's not. All
There
right.
are hints. There are hints in the game, but it is not Gara.
Someone's telling me to relax, but I'm very, very scared that this Devstream could go like, will it? Will the audio levels work? It's very different when you're doing it all here, but also here. It's
Yeah,
the work from home life. Work from home life. All right.
yeah.
People are saying, is it about Ergo Glast, the Corpus dude? No, his name is
It is
Glast with a
not. It is
T.
not a spelling mistake of ergos. No.
No, no, exactly. Excellent. I'm not sure if you want to grab some questions from chat. I can continue doing so.
The
We can
sad thing is, my phone is like it's like 2 or 3 lines.
Oh, so you're only
Yeah,
seeing crazy,
yeah.
crazy, like,
Let me see if I change the orientation, if that helps.
mhm. The stream
Oh,
is literally going to explode. Let's not say that. Let's not say that. Can you
oh,
make a
there we go.
cavat like a tiger? Is that a reference to that show everyone's watching? I don't know.
Oh yeah, what is that? That
Mm,
documentary people are talking about?
mhm. Is everyone, staying safe, I guess is a good question for our viewers watching us on all platforms. Are y'all, staying home, making sure you're not, contributing to the curve not being flattened? In other words, flatten the curve. Hopefully the drop should work in the next 2 minutes, so let me know if you get it. Everyone's staying home, very good. This is very important.
Someone says there's a chat only mode on the app.
Yes, there is. As a beauty and body art streamer, you may not use that because you're so focused on the beauty and body art portion of your streams. Just a thought. Oh, Steve, are you up to date on the community Warframe, community created Warframe?
The broken
Yes,
stuff.
brokenness.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, there's really really cool. So there was basically there were a whole bunch of ideas. The company nailed it down to top 10 by virtue of us voting on our own favorites and then extrapolating and putting the top 10 to the community. So you guys are going to be in for a treat, I think, when it comes to what the broken frame, broken shattered, Ortis is a broken cephalon. There's a lot of, very powerful characters that are in fact broken and a lot of things I like to read and watch. So we'll be doing a take on that and hopefully have something in the next little while to show everyone. It's the team is working on it with a community artist to do the first concept. So there's lots of fun stuff to do. Leggiest stream I've
Some
ever watched. There, all of
someone
my
in chat saying that they're broken as well. Oh,
oh
I hope they get better.
yes. I have 0 dropped frames, full goodness here on my end. So if the stream is lagging, my telemetry is blind to that.
Everyone's saying it's good. Maybe it's just a local problem.
Okay, no lag here. They full of poops. Don't know. Don't know what that means. All fine for me. Stream is good. Thank you. Thank you. Stream is fine. Your internet sucks. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. So we got 30 more minutes, Steve, and I brought no agenda. I just brought our
Oh, really?
conversations and questions, and I had
Okay.
my little assets at
I
the
know the
beginning.
chords to Imagine, so we can do that again.
Do not. Okay, you can.
No, I'm not going
No,
to do that.
no. Everyone ask about no, nope. Can we talk about the infested? Maybe another time. They're pretty scary, and I don't really want to talk about them right now. What is Dean gonna do? He's gonna troll us.
Yep.
There's Yeah, I think I guess I was talking to a lot of people in the industry about the working from home challenges, and I made some commentary on, the hardest thing for us physically is the lack of a mocap room because that's kind of the most on-site needed thing and some of the sound guy stuff. But in terms of the team overall, what do you think the biggest obstacles could be the longer this goes on? Anything that's safe to talk about.
Uh, yeah, I think um, morale. I
Ooh.
think in general, just adapting to a different way of
Hmm.
working. I think uh, schools are closed and child care centers are closed, and we have a lot of family people that work at DE, and so that's obviously going to affect them and kind of impact the amount of time or distractions or whatever that's affecting their life. So that's probably going to be very difficult.
Hmm.
And it's yeah, I think working from home in doses or is probably cool, but I think it's there's nothing that beats communication and collaboration together.
Yeah.
But so far, I think they've adapted pretty quickly. And so it's just kind of keeping up with the daily check-ins and trying to get our momentum here in 2020 improved. And
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a different world. It's very, I feel like people that,
Oh, the console stuff has been also really challenged because the amount of data and pushing all of that through VPNs, or if you want to test a console build, you have to pull, you know, a
you're at the,
fresh build across your home internet. So that's been a challenge, I think, for our team, the part of the team that works on console.
mhm,
Yeah, just slow internet. There's a lot of content, textures, animations, material, sounds. Um, Everyone's kind of hitting the connection to work really, really hard, which is causing everything to slow down a lot there. So it's just kind of workflow issues that way.
yep. I see some, speaking of consoles, some in chat are asking about Scarlet Spear. We are working on it. We obviously have to get the PC version to a certable state for the broader platforms. So we're still working as recently as 2 o'clock today on deploying hotfixes on PC before we do that slice off for the console um, testing. It is in development though, and it's going. It's just
Mm-hmm.
waiting for a bit longer. You
I
can,
see a question about Pets 2.0, so I'll have to ask Sheldon about
yeah,
that
Sheldon.
when I Skype with him next.
Yep, yep. I saw a question right now. Players can spawn the Chondrix from the ground assault mission in the simulacrum.
Yeah, I think that might have got fixed today,
Well,
actually.
oh no, did it really? Let me
Yeah,
check the
it's
patch
pretty sad.
notes.
It's pretty sad, isn't
Why
it?
fix that? Why?
I don't know. Someone put a bug in for
But
fix
it,
before we
but
caught it. It's kind of
how?
cool.
Well, let me see where
No,
the.
someone says it's not live and that they can still do it.
Oh, really? Are we gonna fix it?
I kind of hope not, but as long as
Well,
it doesn't
we
blow up
can
stuff.
this is a dev stream. This is what we say goes, right?
Yep. Oh, wow, that's not true at all.
That's I know. Yeah. So yeah, Megan did post the patch notes 33 minutes ago. If you do want to check those out on PC, lots of fixes for Scarlet Spear, and the flow there. So hopefully, and nothing about the Chondrix in the thingy. So the dream lives on. It
Hmm.
doesn't despawn, which is the bug. Okay, so that's a problem.
Uh,
Yeah. Yep, that's a problem. But oh well. No drop on Xbox. Make sure your account's linked. Uh, all right. Titania Prime, yes, on Tuesday on all platforms.
I'm just writing bugs from chat, actually.
Please, I was gonna say we could do a little.
The Kanaza.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Nakana Zaza. Ooh, that's an old one.
we are. It's not lost on us as well. The shakiness. So the two things that we're doing internally at DE, which unfortunately is timed really badly with COVID-19 breakout, is doing bug bashes and getting our bug database and triage improved.
Mhm.
So we hope that we can have a larger presence on our test cluster, but also better overall management and prioritization of the bugs that are affecting the game. We've kind of reached this tipping point of growth in the game where the complexity is kind of overwhelming for us to handle. As you guys probably know, there's so things are going, too many things are slipping between the cracks.
Mhm.
And so that's been a big thing that Sheldon and the production team have been working on.
Mhm.
So we're gonna do a big bug bash on
Send them your energy.
April something,
Yeah, I think like
and really try to turn that around, as well as for things that need a big scale test, like Scarlet Spear, that we'll be able to let people in, more
mhm.
people in.
And I guess this is just to that point, a question for chat, and you guys got to be honest because otherwise this will not go the way I'm hoping. But like when you play Warframe, what's your we had the survey that was up for a limited time, but like just generally speaking, when you log into Warframe for a new update, what are the absolute things you're most excited for? Because I think that a lot of the complexity, when it works well, but then it's just kind of like like Warframe players, what makes them love the game. Lore always hits us. See, lore,
Mm-hmm.
story, quest, lore, fashion,
Yep.
lore, new
Yep.
weapons, new ways to play the game, lore, story. I mean, obviously, I'm not.
Someone,
Hmm?
someone's throwing shade. Not much to.
Yeah, but you're here watching the stream, so it's like, like,
They just
yeah,
need meme. They need meme source. Yeah.
true. We are good at memeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Floofs I saw as well.
New rewards. That's an interesting one because I think the reward economy is one of like it's really hard to get right. And I'm trying to think of games I play where I'm like, yes, this is rewarding me at a pace that I think is perfect and I love and what it might be. But it's just I feel like for 7 years we've had different phases of what types of rewards we've given out and how we've given them out. And it's just a matter of, what do you think's next for just kind of the reward discussion at large? Like I know that's kind of a weird question and I can try and rephrase it, but maybe you can kind of understand where I'm going with it.
Well, I know Scott was talking about kind of a prestige of the solar map and
Hmm.
having the difficulty bump up a large notch rather than having to stay in missions longer to get there, and that obviously that would be a multiplier on the reward structure that's kind of already
Yeah.
underlying the game.
Yeah, challenge. See that multiplying existing rewards relative to the challenge you have, but I
Yep.
think the challenge question is a totally different one for a Warframe player because not one, well, I'm sure it was there, but lore and story really are leading the demands in Twitch chat at least. But challenge is
Mhm.
definitely a big one.
Challenge is a big one, and we did our revised update to start looking at things that we feel are kind of broken or exponential in the damage system.
Hmm.
We're not there yet in terms of how challenge works for long-term players.
Hmm.
So I think that's kind of, again, that's kind of more something Scott's been working on, but that's not lost on us that people want to opt in to a higher degree of challenge, like I said, without having to do endless grinds to get there and that sort of thing.
Hmm. Yeah. Challenge rewards. These are tough problems, man. We'd be smooth sailing if we had solved that in year one, but 7 years later, here we are still trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.
Yep.
That's our MO. There's just now a lot more
Yep.
people watching us try and figure it out, whereas before in 2013 there was a much smaller group of people
That's,
that cared.
that's right.
Now there's a lot
Yep.
more people that care, so there's a lot more people to, you know, steer the rudder,
That's
which is an
right. Yep.
interesting phenomenon. It's like
Yep.
you know, yeah, it is. It is different, but let's see, harder elite mode. I mean, that was the joke was like, well, we have nightmare mode, but nightmare mode at this point is not a nightmare at all.
That's right.
It's more of a
Yeah.
daydream, if you will, if I may be so bold, if I may go there.
Yeah. That's right.
So yeah.
Yeah, and the when we look at when you get a weapon and then when you fully mod it and put some forma in it, maybe you get a ribbon. The difference between that and that is so dramatic,
Mhm.
and we just haven't done a good job of allowing people to sort of pick their poison. I think some people like that. There's a way to just play Warframe in a bit of a flow state where it isn't every enemy is super powerful and you're just kind of mowing them down, and it's extremely asymmetrical. But I think that there is a version or an option that I think we can put into the game that says, things like Diablo and stuff do this. Like, okay, let's make Nightmare Mode really a nightmare,
Yeah.
and see if we can have some legitimate challenge in there.
Yeah, get those
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, these are just
I see people talking about Diablo in there as well. So absolutely.
and we're just chatting. This is just an at-home conversational dev stream, so just
Yeah.
what's going on in our minds, what we're talking about. If you're just tuning in, we have kind of covered that there is a 2 times affinity this weekend. The drop is a catalyst. The 7-year anniversary alerts will be live for the last round of the March 7-year anniversary. And yeah, next week we have Titania Prime launching. We have hopefully the next round of Tenno Gen launching on PC as well. And again, more hot
Yep.
fixes. And I think you mentioned as well the score review for earning Scarlet credits will occur next week as well in terms of adding the next tiers of arcanes and looking at the now that the scores should actually be working, how we would adjust those.
That's right. Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and I see people, saying your shit and all caps and things like that. Obviously, the team worked throughout the week and throughout the evenings to actually fix their shit. So
We are.
I don't think you can look at the hot fixes we did this week and say that we're ignoring the problems.
Yeah.
We're definitely on top of that stuff, and it's taking a bit longer than we'd hoped.
Yeah, but that's the world we're working with. So we are doing our best, and that is will always be a fact. But speaking of facts, platinum, giving it away, 1,000 of it. In fact, 1,000 platinums. Um, let's see. It's gonna go to a lucky Twitch viewer. New Railjack missions when? Variety in Railjack missions. We'll talk about that later this in
Mm-hmm.
our work from home series. Not this one, but we'll talk about it
Mm-hmm.
later. We got to focus on Scarlet Spear talk right now, guys. Ooh, my camera got a lot wider. Our winner is for 1,000 platinum, Red Thug 1992. You did it. You got 1,000 platinum. Message our Twitch page. And we'll hook you up after the show. I'm just quickly going to um, check
Yep.
in on my team Slack, just making sure
I thought.
everything's good with the stream. Speak freely, Steve Sinclair.
Yeah, I'm just watching chat, and people are saying there should be a different way to get arcanes, maybe, or F your arcane prices in the Scarlet Spear Little Duck store. And so at the start of the stream, Rebecca was kind of talking about where scoring is at.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, we couldn't tune the scoring this week because we had server backend issues where the scoring wasn't being rewarded properly. And we doubled everyone's score as a result to try to compensate you for any time you might have wasted. And then I think we'll be looking to add more arcanes into Little Duck Store once that is stabilized, as well as adjusting the score pads.
I just saw a comment in chat saying Scarlet Spear should have been a raid. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want
Yep.
people to think that that was like the business's view on Scarlet Spear, but it feels like an MMO raid at at its base level in some regard because it's
Yep.
like it really does. So I do wonder like I'm really interested in what this system will do for the more connected content down the road. And like obviously this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. And the hotfix iterations have spoken to that, but it's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like in what world are we going to be connecting ourselves in a way? And I think for a lot of people, the lore aspect came in hot. Like there was a lot of lore in this event. There's a lot going on. But
Yep.
yeah, it really does kind of scratch
Yep.
that realm in a way. But that was just the thought, not a business thought.
Yeah, I think it has a bit of that the smell of it. It obviously exactly like raids and other games where the simultaneous player count in the same session is dramatically higher.
Hmm.
There is that kind of interdependence. We tried to communicate better the connection when you're helping people, where kill codes are sent, going back and forth, and showing you which squads are connected to you and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
Um, but I think in terms of looking at what's next, there's a looking at Deadlock Protocol and the next series of Nightwave. Just looking at people responding
Mhm.
to what you're talking about.
Sorry, I said it scratched
Obviously,
it. Like, I didn't say it was one. That's not what I said.
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to assure people, solo play obviously still part of the game, and uh, obviously a giant event that is interconnected has a different effect on solo players. But Deadlock Protocol, I think,
Mhm,
is much more traditional, and again has those story components and the tile set and those sorts of things. I think again, uh, COVID-19 has torpedoed a lot of the initiatives that we were going to work on this year, and sort of forcing us to rethink a few of the things that we're working on.
mhm,
Um, Obviously, Scarlet Spear is very experimental, so it isn't traditional. It's not scratching the lore itch really, except for a little bit of the nugget at the beginning, which I thought was pretty cool.
mhm,
So last year, I think we really paid the price for being extremely experimental by adding another game inside the game. Uh, that's really not part of the docket for 2020.
no.
So hopefully we can put our money where our mouth is. So I don't want to talk too much about it. Honestly,
Then I'll just mute you then.
I kind of wanted to just kind of put our heads down and really try to do better for delivering, as well as try to improve the sort of buggy or unreliable components of the game.
Mhm,
So again, I'm just sort of reacting to people who maybe aren't being the most polite in chat, but you know we don't uh, we don't tune this out or kind of ignore some of those comments. And if people are left with a bad impression, again, the scoring is something we can absolutely tune up for you guys, so that it's a little bit easier to get
mhm.
some of those arcanes.
Arcanes. Yes, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're reading chat simultaneously, of course.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm having a really sorry. This chair is not doing what it should do, which is be comfortable. So I'll just be fidgeting around like a child
yeah,
while you tell people things about the state of the game. All
yeah.
right. So,
I definitely can see some people have there's a lot of mixed reactions to the event, and I think that's understandable, especially because some of the scoring stuff, the sticker shock,
mhm,
and the kind of stability at off the hop. Uh, I would give it a chance this weekend
mhm.
because we just hot fixed just when we went live here today. It has those scoring fixes, has the problems of going into the wrong relays. That stuff's working a lot better, as well as matchmaking for the space component. So
Yes, yes, yes.
I would definitely, you know, if you want to give it another chance,
Eh,
I think it deserves it.
yeah, if you're stuck at home, why not?
Yeah,
Because you should
that's
be
right.
stuck at home. It's not a question of if you're stuck at
Well,
home.
yes, we're all kind of stuck at
You're
home,
stuck
aren't
at
we?
home, so why not?
Yeah.
There is no if.
Yeah.
There's no qualifier. Pardon me. Yeah, virtual TennoCon 2020. I mean, we've literally had 10 business days to react to not only canceling the physical event, but now work toward the digital one. And we don't know when, like, nobody knows when we're going to be able to be back to our office. So that makes just, it's such an no one's been in this situation before, so we're just figuring it out as we go along. We still, of course, will be doing the digital event on July 11th,
Hmm.
and working toward that. And there'll be more to talk about later on what that plan is. But we're just we're working like we'll be back in a state where we can do a awesome thing, not from our homes on July 11th. So hopefully that turns out to be the case if people are being responsible and everyone's taking the situation seriously. So because we sure are.
Yeah. Yeah.
TennoCon from
It's
Steve's house. There you go, Steve Con.
yeah. Well, that'd be great. We could do
Mhm.
that. That'd
There
be
you
awesome.
go.
Yep. I'm game for that. Yeah. It's I think for me, I think it's given me a lot of perspective to be grateful that I have a job that I can actually
Yep.
continue doing in a virtual office,
Yep.
and just reading the news every day and seeing, you know, friends and family and seeing the effect on their livelihoods.
Mhm.
Really it's really awful, I think.
It's
So
horrifying. It's
yeah,
horrifying, and yeah,
yeah,
I will, even in the face of, like, a rocky update, I am happy to be reading and working on it as opposed to being in a situation
yeah.
where I have to worry about whether or not I can provide for myself and my family, and I'm glad the government, is doing what they can to help, but I'm just very grateful. So, we'll never stop being grateful, that is for sure. Grateful enough to give away a prize if I've already Prime Access? You
Yes.
damn right, Tenno. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Any chance you'll ETA on Fusion? Oh, component fusion. Yes, that is a question. Let's see. Oh, chat is getting greedy here for prizes. Let's see what they're gonna get. All right, let's go. Um, Meddew, Meddew, Meddew. You've won Avira Prime Access.
Wow.
Congratulations.
All right.
That's really exciting. You did it. You got to message us and we'll hook you up after the show or during the show. Bear will hook you up. I've already Prime Access. Meddew. Meddew. Congrats. All right, Steve, we got 9 minutes left. We got to figure out a format for these streams, and eventually we can show like gameplay. Did you bring anything to show? I don't know. Did you?
I didn't. I
Okay.
did. I do have a. Let me see if I let me see. Let's make sure I don't. Oh
You did
yeah.
or
I mean, I
didn't?
have. I do have something. Just it's just small, but
If I don't like it, turn it off. Cause I don't. All right. You hear me?
it's just. Let me see here. Does this work? Is this working?
If you want to see me waving a pen, it does. Okay. What am I looking at? I
And
see.
this is just.
No, I only see a. Nope. It's because I have.
Is this
Okay.
working?
It kinda. I have you cropped. So
Oh, do you? Oh,
yes.
okay.
Sorry.
Oh well, that's not going to work
Well,
then, is it?
I can kind of. I mean, you can see the stream, right? So thanks for bringing Long Boy, Steve. Like, what is that? Why is there a man shaking? What is happening?
Well, I was just kind of showing Long Boy here. He's really cool.
No, he's not. What was that? I need context.
Oh well, that's it's that is the first footage of Warframe running on DirectX 12.
Oh.
So it has some problems, Long Boy included. But that's just a little tech update from our programmers
All
that
right.
I saw yesterday. Yep,
Saw.
not super related, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that just there's people working on DX12 hype. There you go.
yep,
Long boys in chat. Yeah. That was
yep.
quite. What was that? Was that just a default? Was that Naked Nick? Was that the NPC
That
model?
is naked. That is naked Nick with a mismatched animation to his rig proportions. So he's
Oh,
getting stretched. You can actually see the bug there in DirectX 12 where the color correction is inverted or something. So
it looked like
anyway,
infrared. And just so you know, a lot of people in chat think that's a reference to a certain anime.
oh no, oh not this again.
Your fault. All right. Well, thank you for bringing us that video. Graphics programmers ahoy! That's
Yep.
exciting. There you go.
Yeah. Well, we have to get things ready.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen at the end of the year with new generations of things?
We'll
I don't
never
know.
know. But
Yeah, we'll
so
never know.
we won't.
We won't.
We got too much to work on right now. Uh,
That's true.
all right, Naked Nick is there. Yeah, there you go. Let's take some questions from chat. We will work on answering those that I can actually read in time. Is there pictures of the new Warframe? No, art is going to be in progress. Um, RTX support. Steve, ray tracing. Ray
No one's
tracing.
no one's working on RTX support right
All right.
now, but certainly experiments have happened here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing on the docket for it yet.
All right. Here's a question: possibility of extending Scarlet Spear.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, definitely. There's possibility, or yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
There's. I would say we'll extend it a bit for sure.
You would say
Yep.
that we'll extend it a bit. Okay,
I will say it. Yep.
good to know. We got updates and stuff. Gonna take a note there.
Yep. Tune the scoring and that sort of thing.
All right. Thoughts on Harry Potter? That That got read out loud before I could stop it. Can legendary cores be a ship decoration? I think it's just a PNG. I don't think it. Am I crazy? I am crazy. It's the. Is there a 3D model of the legendary core?
There might not be.
There
Yeah.
might not be. If not, no. All right. Why am I drinking from pickle jar? Why not?
Is it pickled juice?
No, water.
Oh. Oh,
Hope.
okay.
Steve, Reb, and chat, I hope you all are isolating well and staying healthy. Tenogen
I
next
am
week
isolating.
on PC, that's the plan. I'm just drinking everything I got. It's water.
Okay.
All
All
right. Scarlet Spear glyphs. None are there. None are there. So none to sell, none to buy. There's the emblem badges only.
That's right.
How about where's my snowball skin you promised, Steve?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Snowball skin. I'll write this with Pets 2.0.
There you go. Sounds like you broke a promise, Steve. What the hank are you thinking?
That's the first of many, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Ash rework. There are no plans for Ash rework. Can I have a hug? Nope. Social isolation.
Not even a.
No. Any chance at tier 2? Okay, I think that was a bug. I missed one of the anniversary prizes. I'll have to wait till next year. Chroma rework. Nothing planned right now. Nothing to come. We're not going to plan until more people are on these calls. We probably won't talk about that because there's nothing planned, and I don't want to put anyone in a spot where they are doing work that they can't fit on their schedule right now. So nope. Let's see. Core rework with new damage? Nope. Again, same repeat answer from before. PS4 Scarlet Spear in how many weeks? We have no ETA. We were still working on it.
Yeah, we'll announce next week. I think hopefully we'll be in a position where we can be more specific.
It's actually the opposite has happened. People are asking about Warframe reworks despite the prior thing, but maybe they're just catching up, possibly. We should do another prize. Twitch picker, here we go. Selecting winner. Someone is going to win Ivara Prime Access. Will it be Steve? Will it be?
I hope so.
Will it be your acoustic guitar?
I hope
Corinth Prime when? Tuesday, Corinth Prime. And Titania Prime. And more. All right, here we go. Titania. No, Ivara Prime Access. The winner is Renes Mia Frame. Renee's Mia Frame? Renes Mia Frame? I'm struggling. Renee's Mia Frame, you've won Ivara Prime Access. Message us, and we'll hook you up. Come on. Oh, do you think the Lotus sings that to the Tenno?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Renesmia from Twilight? Maybe. All right. So we have I have a lot of slacks right now. Steve, you want to take the air for a second?
Uh-oh.
Take the air. Talk. Take some questions, Steve.
Okay. All right. I'm taking some questions. I saw questions about the new Nightwave. That's what is our next major release, and then we're going to be doing Deadlock Protocol following that.
Wait, sorry. Repeat that. Now I'm paying attention to you.
Nightwave.
Okay.
People were asking about Nightwave, so Glassmic on its way. I'm working on it with the team as well, and trying to get it out as soon as we can. And onto Deadlock Protocol with its remastered tile set, with the gameplay changes, with the enemy changes, and new villain and new Warframe.
Protea. So,
Yes,
I mean, again, depending on how long we stay home, our next version of this type of stream, because it is 3 o'clock now, our next version of this type of stream will be, oh, look at the time, 2:59. Our next version will be April 10th, which is a holiday Friday, so we won't even have one then. This poses a conundrum. It might be 3 weeks from now, because April 10th is a holiday. thinking on the spot here what we're going to do. I don't know what we'll do. Um, Obviously, I would love feedback about this stream so we can start planning them. If we do need to plan 3 weeks in advance, what it would look like, or not saying we're going to do this, but if we just do them every Friday. And I'm not saying we will, because then we would have to do one next Friday. Maybe we will. I don't know. But now I need to see, because next Friday is a dang holiday. Huh. Maybe we'll be back at work. I don't know. Steve. Tell me.
I don't think we're going to be back at work for a while.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
okay.
I think this is. I think for the best of. I think
I
it's
agree.
going to be locked down for a while.
Oh, someone's saying
Yep.
this is the first dev stream I can watch because I'm actually not at work. Oh.
Oh, well. Hope you're doing okay.
Mm.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think I've done all the prizes. So let me just check to make sure I have all of them accounted for. I know they are being tracked. So I think I have to do one more platinum. Maybe not. Nope, we're good. We did all our prizes. We are good.
Why don't we
So
just do another though?
what would you like to give away, Steve?
I think just more platinum. What do you think?
It's up to you. You can decide.
Yeah, let's do it.
How much platinum would you like to give away?
I don't know.
You don't know? Pick a number, any number.
5,000.
5,000? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 5,000 platinum. We'll play the go away. 5,000 bucks of platinum. 5,000 platinum bucks. I better win, says Dean. We'll see. Woo! 5,000. The winner of 5,000 platinum is Mate397. Congratulations, Mate397 on Twitch. You've won 5,000 platinum. Steve, look at you, Mr. Generous. Generous with not only your giveaways, but also your time, because you spent an hour on this stream. We'll see you around.
Yep. And if you haven't updated on PC yet, Scarlet Spear, and you're telling us to still fix it, then please update because we did. Yeah.
All right. Well,
there you go. Thanks to those who jumped on early and maybe screwed over a bit by the scoring and so on. So we fixed that up. And give it a shot, and we'll see you next time. I hope you guys are staying sane, and if you're quarantined like we are, take care of yourself. Open a window, and
it's a very different time. Yeah.
Keep your distance from other people, obviously, and play some games and try to enjoy your life as best you can.
That's the best we can do, everyone. Stay safe, keep each other safe, and most importantly, stay awesome. Be excellent to each other.
We'll see you again soon.
See you again soon. We'll see everyone. We will be doing community streams again next week. You can expect full details for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday stream coming up on Monday. But those slots will be filled. Some awesome soul on the community team will be there to stream to keep you guys, in a routine if you've lost yours. So we will be doing that. Otherwise, have an awesome weekend. We'll be around. It's blue skies outside right now. I'll responsibly get some fresh air later today. Bye-bye, everyone. Have an awesome, awesome night. Alerts are live. Double Affinity Weekend is live on all platforms. Take it easy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.